The air was fresh, and you could smell adventure in it as Sarah stepped off the train in a cute European city. She'd been planning this solo trip across Europe for ages, all because of a bad breakup. Her goal was simple: find herself far away from home. On the same platform, there was David, a passionate photographer, busy with his camera gear, lost in thought. He'd been wandering for years, capturing amazing places, but something was missing. He didn't have any fixed plans. He was just going with the flow. Their paths crossed when they both decided to explore the city's attractions. By some crazy luck, they bumped into each other at a cozy cafe's entrance, and for a moment, their eyes locked in an electrifying way. It was like destiny was playing a hand. "Is it cool if I join you?" David asked, breaking the ice. Sarah flashed a warm smile, and they grabbed a table together. Their chat was easy breezy. Sarah talked about her journey, her dreams, and how gutsy it felt to travel solo. David shared his love for photography, his adventures, and how freeing it was to live life on the road. There was an instant connection, like they were on the same wavelength. Time flew by as they explored the city together. From historic sites to hidden gems, they wandered through winding streets, and every moment seemed to bring them closer. They admired the architecture, tasted local treats, and immersed themselves in the city's vibrant culture. As the sun began to set, they found themselves on a hillside with a killer view of the city. David laid out a blanket, and they laid down to watch the stars come out. "I've always wanted to capture this," David admitted, while fiddling with his camera settings. He started taking long exposure shots of the starry sky, his camera catching the magic of the moment. Sarah watched in awe, her heart racing. She couldn't deny that she was falling for David, thinking he might be the missing piece in her journey of self-discovery. David, on the other hand, was drawn to Sarah's bravery and authenticity. Under the vast night sky, their fingers brushed, giving them both goosebumps. Finally, David turned to her, his eyes reflecting the starlight. "Sarah," he whispered, "there's something I gotta tell you." She turned to him, heart pounding. "What is it?" "I think I'm falling for you," David confessed, voice barely louder than a whisper. "I know it's crazy, but I can't help it." Tears welled up in Sarah's eyes as she reached for his hand. "David," she said softly, "I feel the same way." Their lips met under the starry sky, sealing their love with the universe's blessing. It was a turning point in their journey, a moment when two wandering hearts found comfort in each other's embrace. But reality was never too far behind. Over the next few days, they couldn't escape the question, what's next? Sarah had her own soul-searching to do, and David was still trying to figure out his purpose beyond photography. One morning, while sipping coffee at a charming cafe, Sarah finally brought it up. "David, what are we going to do?" David sighed, knowing this talk was bound to happen. "I've been thinking about it too, Sarah. I've loved every second we've spent together, but I don't want to hold you back from your journey." Tears welled up in Sarah's eyes as she spoke. "I don't want to lose you either, David, but I need to find myself." They both knew where their separate paths were leading. The uncertainty of their future hung over them like a silent cloud. Yet their love kept growing, even though they knew a crossroads was approaching. One evening, as they sat by a peaceful lake, David broke the silence. "Sarah, I've made up my mind." She turned to him, curiosity in her eyes. "What's the decision?" David took a deep breath. I want to keep going on this journey with you. I'll adjust to your plans, your destinations. I want to be there to support you, to share in your dreams. Sarah's heart swelled with emotion as she realized how committed David was. David, I don't know what to say. He gently put a finger on her lips. You don't have to say anything. Let's face this adventure together with open hearts and open minds. And so they chose love over fear, merging their paths into one shared adventure. They adapted to each other's dreams and goals, supporting one another as they explored not only the world, but also the depths of their own hearts. As they continued their backpacking adventure across Europe, their love flourished. They learned that true love wasn't just about sharing the highs of life, but also about having someone by your side during the lows. Together, they embraced spontaneity, the joy of discovery, and the power of love. The stars above continued to shine on them, bearing witness to the love story of two wandering hearts who had found their home in each other.